Hello, this is Ivana.
This is Yaw.
And you're listening to the podcast Life in Black and White.
And all the shades in between.
We share all things life, relationships, marriage, parenting, race, and much more. If you enjoy listening to us, then please follow or subscribe to this podcast. You can also find us on Instagram and Facebook under Life in Black and White. Hello, my friend. Welcome back to Life in Black and White.
Welcome.
We just had a good laugh with Yaw about some random video he just saw on YouTube. It was so fun.
I'm not going to recap it.
No.
Yeah,
It doesn't make any sense without the context, I think, anyway.
exactly.
But thank you so much for being here with us again. If you are new here, thank you so much for being here.
Joining us, yeah.
That makes sense, no?
Yeah.
And for our regular listeners, thank you. We are ill, by the way. I have to stress that if you hear our voices are a bit weird or funny.
Croaky and things.
Yeah,
and,
like Phoebe.
Yeah.
Sticky
shoes. Sticky shoes.
If you feel our voices are sexier than usual, that's why. But of course, we wouldn't not record an episode. Nothing will stop us.
Exactly.
But anyway, we have some exciting news. The first one is we went to GB News. When was it? 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. We were invited to talk about Christmas traditions as an interracial family. It was a great experience. It was just very tiring because our twins were with my cousin. Baby went with us, and my friend or our friend had him during the day. So it was lots of, now once you have children, there is so much logistics and planning involved when you want to do anything, no? Imagine, no? Before kids, just want to go, you go.
Yeah.
So we went 6 a.m., traveled to London, and then we came back at 2 a.m. because the flights were delayed. But it was a great experience, and if you want to have a look, it's on our socials. You can find the links in the description. And secondly, and I'll let you share the second news, Yaw. So it's not just me.
Feel free. Just go with the flow. You're
Sense the tone.
You've got the flow, so it's all good.
You flow, but I'm ill, so I need to take regular breaks from talking. You should be happy.
But you say it's so much better about.
Nice save.
Thanks, cheers.
So the second news is that now you can support this podcast financially. If you've been itching to support us and you just didn't know how, didn't have the way, now you have. So basically you have 4 options on how you can support us. It's all, I'll share the link in the description of this episode so you can check it out. But just so you know where your money goes, everything we get from your support, we invest in, firstly, the growth of this podcast so we can reach more people.
Yeah.
And secondly, some of the money we want to donate to the cancer charity. But like I said, if you want to check out more details, I'm going to leave the link in the description. And just so you know that your support, however small, quote unquote, means the world.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much.
Having you here, obviously you following and leaving reviews and stuff gives a big boost to the channel and how we kind of progress going into the future and things. So whatever you do, we appreciate and thank you for listening as always.
So that's our news. And today's episode, we want to mention that it's inspired by this amazing author, Harv Eker. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. I apologize if not. Author whose book,
Millionaire Mindset.
The Millionaire Mindset, we read recently and we fell in love with it. We absolutely loved it. And it's more than the title suggests. And it's basically about the habits of successful people. And when you read it, it makes so much sense. And what really got my attention, what we want to dive into today's episode, was the fact that successful people don't complain. That makes you realize, when you think about all the successful people that you know or have had a chance to meet, they don't complain. Like, do you know any like really highly successful person who complains?
Yeah, let's make it clear and stuff what you mean by don't complain, or even like the chronic complainer. What
Okay,
do you mean by
so
that?
let's clarify. Yeah, so you have, because I think complaining as such, and Harv might disagree with me, it's not necessarily bad, and I think sometimes it can help with mental well-being. I use it as my
Outlet?
outlet to not complain, like to wallow in my problems, but to offload and to release the stress. Say I have a stressful morning and someone asks me, how was your morning? I'll just say, yeah, it was awful. Say kids did this, or my husband drove me crazy. And I
There, here we
just
go.
yeah,
So it begins.
depends who I talk to, yeah.
Yeah.
Then, and it helps me, yeah. I let it out and I'm fine. And I think that can be beneficial. Yeah. The problem starts when it's your nature, when you complain by default about everything. That's when it becomes a problem, yeah, for you and for other people around you,
Mm.
because it's not, and it can suck
The
your
energy. Yeah.
your energy, and those around you. And I'm sure we all know those kind of people who you meet and they just complain, complain, complain. I just feel so drained after speaking to these kind of people. I'm not saying they're doing anything wrong. It's just, it is draining. It is draining. Yeah. They don't know any different, probably. But what I wanted to share is, in the book, Harv shares the challenge and he asks you to not complain for 7 days. Yeah. And you'd be amazed, because I thought I'm not a complainer. I used to think I'm not complain. But when you start noticing how often you actually complain, is when you give it attention, you realize, oh dear, I complain like since the moment you wake up. You're like, oh, that's a complaint. Yeah, like, oh, another day. Oh, only 6 a.m. and we have to wake up. Or you're late for the meeting, your laptop doesn't work, yeah. And we don't really see it as complaining, but it is complaining. So I started noticing how often, how many times a day I actually complain, and I was shocked to learn how much I actually complain, given I was convinced I'm not a complainer. Yeah.
I wasn't shocked, by the way, but yeah. Carry on.
Oh, and you too,
Yeah.
Mr. Perfect.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
So it was really liberating to try and and it's so hard. You'll be surprised how hard it is to not complain. Yeah, so when something doesn't go according to your expectations, and you're supposed to just accept it, it's bloody hard when you're not used to it.
But can I say
Yeah,
it's not just about accepting it, is it? It's about the shift in your perception of that thing, isn't it?
that can be, yeah. But what do you mean?
Like if you turned around and you had, maybe you were supposed to get some money and you didn't get as much as you were supposed to, and then
Yeah,
you started complaining about it. But actually, that's not the whole focus. Isn't should be, okay, I've got this. What can I do with it and stuff? Now the focus should be on the positive. What can you do with what you've got, kind of thing?
yeah,
How can you kind of take positive steps to
yeah.
make
But some,
something
yeah.
into a positive?
I think positive is good, but I'm very careful using that term sometimes,
Yeah.
of toxic positivity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes acceptance is all you need. But forcing yourself to think positive when you feel anything bad, that can be counterproductive and lead to more stress.
I think we've got to take all of this with a pinch of salt and things. It depends on the first thing that you turned around and said was, this is hard.
Yeah.
This is difficult. And not everything is going to fit nicely into, oh, you know, just not complaining about this, you still need your outlets, and
Yeah.
you will probably need to turn around and say things and stuff at sometimes. It's not to just completely stop,
Yeah.
because
Mm-hmm.
if you did, then you'll probably find that,
You're not a human.
yeah, it wouldn't work. It's not
But
realistic.
also, sorry, I just realized, I just pictured a successful person, or remembered someone successful complaining. It's about how you complain, I'd say, because you don't really swim in that energy of negativity when you complain as a successful person or happy person. You say it without radiating that energy. Yeah, you say it as a matter of fact, like this
Okay.
happened to me, and then you move on right away.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
That's fair
Yeah.
enough.
I'm so wise
Wow.
sometimes.
It's like you've read a book. Cheers. Cheers, Harv. Look what you started.
What I wanted to say as well is I did another experiment then. I decided to stop nagging Yao. And it was hard. But we had such a nice week. It sounds awful.
I did.
But I did too, because I felt actually so much calmer, peaceful on the inside. Yeah, so it helped me as well
That's good.
when I stopped complaining about you or what you do or don't do. And I just tried to remember why I stopped not complaining. I mean,
Yeah,
why I
no,
went back to it.
I'm just trying to kind of understand how much of a big job it was to stop complaining for a week about me. Christ.
Not complain, nagging.
Oh,
Stop
okay.
nagging. I mean,
Sorry. Complaining, nagging.
it's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did miss that week. It was a good week.
No, but why did I stop then?
I think surely if there's anything that we get from this conversation and things, it's owning and
No, I
being...
know why. Because you were sorry, go on.
No,
Owning.
no, go on. Because you've had the eureka moment.
Yeah, sorry. No, I forgot. Oh no, I know why. Because you told me that you're scared of me when I was so nice to you. Remember?
Yeah.
And I think that really
But I'm willing to go
be
with
scared.
that. Yeah, I'll live with this because it's not so scary now because you feel that there's something underlying that's going to come up at some point. Like you're waiting for something to happen or something to drop or just doing this because actually this has happened. But actually, did you tell me before you started doing that? I don't think you did.
No.
I don't think you did.
You
So
were just surprised.
yeah,
Like, what you doing? Why are you so
yeah,
nice? Yeah.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, now that I know, feel free to go with it as much as you need to
Okay.
for your own benefit. And I'm here to support you as much as I can.
I remember how shocked you were when I said after you finished work, because usually I'm ready to
Tag.
what do I want to say? Oh yeah. So when you finished work, I said, "Oh, would you like to have a rest for an hour and chill?" And you looked at me as if you didn't know whether to cry of being so touched or scared. I could see it in your eyes.
Yeah.
The mixed feelings.
Yeah, I do remember that fear. It was, yeah.
You thought I wanted something.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
Nice.
I mean, I love you and all that, but, you know, we've been married for a little while now, so we kind of know each other a little bit, don't we?
I always love when you say, your dad warned me. When Yao first met my dad, how was it?
So your dad just basically turned around and said to me, are you sure about my daughter and things?
Yes. Okay, this can come across very wrong. Me and my dad are extremely close. No, like very close, yeah. And we always wind each other up.
Yeah.
He knows I'm a miracle. A little bit difficult at times, but who isn't, right? So, and he tried to warn him. He said something like, she's always, it was something along the lines of, she always does the best thing or the nice thing, but only for herself or something
Yeah.
like something. So it wasn't exactly like this, but something like that. And you were laughing when he said it. And it's funny, sometimes you bring it up, like, your dad warned me.
I think, those early kind of romantic, oh, I've met the love of my life type thing. So everything else, love is blind. That's the thing. So whatever anybody else is saying, you're not listening to it. You're not hearing it. It's like, oh, it's joking. Oh. And then you're
He's
like,
so perfect. She's so perfect.
And then it's like,
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That the red flags is all you see.
So, when you weren't joking, were you? Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm.
I told you.
Yeah. even though
Yeah.
I don't speak Slovak and stuff, how easy it's to have that communication and things now. So
But you're not complaining.
it's universal. Of course, I'm not complaining, baby.
But you're less of a complainer than me in general. No, you complain about different things.
Yeah, probably.
Different things.
Yeah,
Not me as much.
no,
You don't nag me, I mean.
I don't need to nag you, baby. So
Because
that's
I'm
like
perfect.
absolutely. So in most cases, men probably don't complain
They just
as
want
much.
peace.
Yeah,
Men want peace.
exactly.
Yeah.
You just want an easy life.
Yeah.
If there are
To be
things that,
fed,
yeah,
have peace.
but if there's things that you really need to deal with, and it's worth the time and worth the energy and effort, then you will turn around and say things, and you
Mm.
will be willing to kind of have that proper conversation or
Yes.
discussion and
It's
things.
like Ross and Mona, right? Where are we? Conversation. I think it's because he didn't treat her seriously, or he didn't see it as a serious relationship. That's why he was scared to talk, have that conversation.
Right.
But I think when men are, they know is the right person, they're not scared of talking or having difficult conversations. They even initiate them. Am I right?
Yeah,
So if they're scared to talk or have that "where are we" conversation, is usually because it's not with the right person.
that could be the case. I'm not sure. It's a very general kind of statement, right? That could
No,
be.
yeah, I'm not saying it goes for everyone, of course, but generally speaking, it's like men are hunters. That's nature.
Yeah,
That's
but
natural.
when you turn around and say to me, "Oh, can we just have a quick chat, or can we have a talk?" I'm not turning around thinking, "Oh, amazing," and start skipping
No, but
to the
I'm
table and
talking
things.
about the
And
"where are we" conversation at the beginning of a relationship,
yeah,
not now. It's too late for that.
Ugh.
Where are we? Here's the key to my apartment.
Your dad was trying to take the key off me and stuff, and put it back in my pocket and things. And I was like, no, 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 no. She's got the key to my heart and stuff now. And it was like, he gave me all the signals that I just didn't read them.
But it was the same day you announced, or we announced that we were pregnant. So
Yeah.
it
And
was a bit late for that as well.
we didn't have a shotgun wedding, if anybody's thinking about it. Your dad didn't walk me down the aisle and stuff, standing behind me saying, keep going. So if he's saying that on top of that, I really should have listened and things, but I appreciate you, Sergey, for trying. Thank you. It, I'll never forget that. Anytime you need me, just let me know.
But even now you have a good banter, although he doesn't really
Uh,
speak English.
but he's
Very
brilliant.
basic.
But he's
But these
brilliant.
conversations you have with him are
He's
just
so
hilarious.
funny. He's so funny.
Those two sentence conversations.
But he's just so brilliant. He's so funny with it.
You fine? Yao is famous for his "I'm fine" statement. I think I mentioned that before, but he can be dying, but he'll be "I'm fine," and it drives me crazy.
But you're not going to complain about that going
I
forward,
oh,
are
but
you?
see, and this is complaining. This is what I mean. Like we do it
Wow.
automatically. See, and this is where we need to catch ourselves.
Yeah.
Be like, oh no, 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 no. I'm not complaining. This is who he is.
Yeah. Thank you, baby. I'm fine.
It's hard.
Is it
It's
painful?
hard to believe.
Is it painful sometimes? You
It's
just like,
painful to fake it till you make it. Yeah.
yeah.
I love you with all your flaws. See, at least you have a good laugh
Yeah.
if you don't believe what you say.
Exactly. It'll keep you just kind of ticking over and things. Oh.
Mm. So what was I saying? You have that you have this thing that you're fine.
Yeah.
I don't know where it comes from, but my dad always, when I speak to him and you just say hello, he says, "You fine? Are you fine?" Your tombstone will read, "I'm fine," and you will be fine then, actually. So,
Oh, just be peaceful.
haha, you're not gonna get out of it so easily.
Yeah, I know.
They're little cherubs, and there we are again. We always end up talking about cherubs, or we start with them.
Is this all we're about? This is all we've got.
But yeah, it's our life at the moment. Also, it's either kids or a relationship.
Yeah, let's just talk about our kids. We've got lovely kids.
And that's another thing we it's hard not to complain about children.
I don't have a problem with that. It's just something you need to work with.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Okay, okay.
When you have kids, it's is it possible to not complain? Yes. Harv would say yes.
But again,
No, because I think that the goal is to complain with humor. So you don't complain or don't say these things with negativity, but you say with humor, like, oh, they did this today, ha ha ha. As in, you make fun of it. You see, it's light-hearted conversation or statement rather than heavy and negative and draining.
I think we probably need Harv to get on a podcast day.
To clarify what you mean
And
by complaining.
Harv gets
No, I
on.
think this is what it is. This is what it is, Angel. Because you can't say if your kids drive you crazy, say, which we don't know that feeling, obviously.
Yeah, okay.
Then you're not gonna pretend it's fine. Yeah. And if someone asks you, say you have a very stressful morning, and someone asks you, how was your morning? You say it's difficult, or it's, oh, kids, it's a good thing we love them, or something like that. You bring humor to it or something light to it
To take the edge off it.
to take the edge of it.
You keep
And
going.
I think that is okay. I think that is okay. And you
Okay.
move on. Yeah.
Can I put it out to the universe then?
Yeah.
If Harv is listening, is there any chance that you could just come on a podcast and just get
Clarify.
this? Yeah, because we're going back and forth, and this is all because we've read your book, and I appreciate you've put a lot of positivity out there into the world. But if I'm spending time having a conversation about this, I'd like to appreciate that I'm getting it the right way.
Or maybe if we asking questions, we can also ask what level of complaining is okay in marriage, because you need that to survive, I think.
Yeah. So no pressure, Harv. It's all on you, whether our marriage kind of survives or not. But yeah, what level of complaining? Um, if all of a sudden you get it wrong, I'm sure nobody else is gonna ever turn around and say anything about that ever. But yeah, so all on you, Harv.
But Harv is not a relationship coach.
That's not the
He's
point.
a money coach.
Well, do you know what?
Yeah.
If he gets it wrong, he might need a lot of security and stuff. So make sure he's got all his money and stuff ready to deal with that.
Oh my God! I hope he's not listening to this. Jesus
It's
Christ.
just like
What the
I
hell? Who the
have,
hell are these people?
yeah,
What's
yeah.
up with them?
I've listened to this for X, and what have you done? I've this has been a bestseller for years and years and years, and with this one podcast, this one episode, you've brought everything into contention.
But even bad press is press, and it
I
doesn't need
suppose.
press.
No, that's true.
Especially our press.
Apologies.
No press, PR, sorry.
Apologies, Harv. I just like saying Harv now.
But it's his name.
Yeah, but I just like saying it. I just think it's Harv could be a mate, couldn't he?
Or Yaw.
Don't push it too far.
I like Yaw. It sounds cool.
It's good to know that you like Yao, seeing how our last born child is Yao. This could be an unpacking moment for
And
him
I
in the
chose that
future.
name, by the way. I chose the name. I chose the name for baby Yaw. If someone thinks that Yaw is so full of himself that he can't pick another name than his own, it was all me. He didn't have any say in it, just to clarify.
Thank you.
It's okay. But basically, yeah, I'm hoping Harv is not listening to this.
I hope he is. I think we need to connect with Harv.
Okay, we are already. But
yeah.
No, we highly recommend the whole book because it's brilliant, and it's much more than the book suggests.
Yeah.
I mean, the title suggests. I like the idea that Harv studied successful people for years and put together this book to share the most common habits, of successful people. And many might think, oh, I already know this, but when you read it, you're like, oh, that makes so much sense.
Does.
It's like this complaining thing, no? And I started, ever since I read that book, I started noticing when I speak to successful people, I started noticing, I didn't notice one complaint, like real, like, oh, life is hard, or, some might say they have nothing to complain about because they're successful, but it's not true. It's just not true.
Exactly.
It's like one of my friends in the toddler group. She is quite successful, and she's always so positive and happy. Not always, not that fake positivity, but you wouldn't hear her complain ever. And I remember one day we were chatting, and after, I don't know, half an hour, she said that she didn't sleep all night. But it's like, oh, by the way, yeah. Whereas lots of people, including me, probably that will be the
Mm.
first thing you mention, no?
Yeah.
Like, how are you? Oh, I didn't sleep all night, yeah. She didn't even, yeah. When I asked her how you are, "Yeah, I'm alright, thank you, yeah." And then, yeah, she didn't
It wasn't the
in the
big
front,
thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't a big. And these things I start noticing, and I learn from them as well because they're so useful. So yeah, thank you so much, Harv, for this book.
Yeah.
If you're listening,
Seriously, thank you.
yeah,
I think we've captured a
the
bit of it.
essence, yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
okay.
I'd love to hear more from our listeners and things, about some of the things that we talk about, them giving us a bit of feedback. If
Or complaints if you have.
they could give us some kind of feedback, give us areas or topics that they'd be interested in us kind of having a conversation with,
Or
or
if you,
talking about,
sorry,
anything.
yeah, if you would like to come on our show, if yeah, reach out. We always look for interesting people who help to make this world a better place, and I think
Absolutely.
that's the characteristic of our ideal guest,
Yeah.
who helps to make the world better place and more colorful, so it's not just black and white.
Oh, look at you. Well done.
Mm.
You related it to. I like
Mm.
that. I like that. And you did that off the top. You didn't
Mm.
actually.
I can be wise.
Or did you actually think of that ages ago and thought that I'm going to feed it
No.
into one of the episodes at some point? No.
No, 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 no,
That
no.
was just
I'm
off the
not there
top.
yet. Yeah.
Oh, well done. I like it. I like that. Nice.
You're so impressed.
I am impressed.
Oh wow.
No, just wanted to say thank you to our listeners, our followers, and things. We've had some amazing people so far.
Yeah.
We've talked to some really interesting out there people that, these topics that we've spoken about before. I don't think we'd ever have a conversation just in life with some of the people that we've
Yes.
come across and met, and for that we're truly grateful. We had some brilliant things, and
Yeah.
we hope to really kind of do that more in
Yes. Yeah.
2025. And yeah, just thank you to everybody. Thank you.
Oh.
So the more, yeah.
Yeah. And we want to end this year on a positive note, hence not complaining. So our resolution for next year is to complain less. Yeah. Or stop altogether, ideally.
I'm not even gonna start. I'm not gonna wait till next year. Just die down
Yeah.
the
I don't believe in
complaint.
resolutions. I don't know why
Yeah,
I said it.
exactly.
So let's just do it now.
Yeah,
Why wait? So
exactly.
not with the negative energy
Exactly.
complaining. If we complain, then with humor.
Just try and hold it down and things. That's it. See how it goes and see if it's a positive thing for yourselves and things. Because you might find that that negative energy that you've held on to for so long and you didn't even realize that you were starting to do it automatically, it might give you a bit of peace of mind and things as well, right?
You should end with a joke. A good joke.
No, no, I'm never gonna do that
Why?
because I'm not funny
British
that
joke.
I'm not funny that way at all. If it's my kid's 18th and it's something that would absolutely embarrass them, or it's my child's wedding and it's something where they're gonna go, oh my god, you cannot do that, and they'll be mortally embarrassed for the rest of their lives, then yeah, I'll be more than happy to step up and try and do something. But in this case, no.
I'll tell you a joke. One
Ugh,
that
okay.
Lena told me. So funny. So a
Oh.
man turns around the corner.
Mhm.
He's gone.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Please don't hold that against us. Please.
Oh, that's so funny.
There's all I'm gonna say with that is thank you, Lena. I really appreciate you turning around and saying that joke because yeah, now that's out there to the universe. Thanks. Please come back. We've appreciated your patience up just a little bit longer and things.
And now you're complaining again.
I'm not complaining. I've taken it as
About
a
the
matter.
joke.
No,
No?
taken it as a matter of fact. I said thank you.
Now you look like a fish.
Okay, thank you so
And
much.
we haven't even drank, I promise. We're just ill.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's better than drinking.
Oh, okay. On that note, we'd like to wish you all Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Whatever you get up to, when you get your moments of peace, enjoy, and just sending a lot of positivity out there, and hopefully you're receiving it and doing the same, paying it forward.
Yes. And we hope that you enjoyed this last episode of the year.
Yep.
Something perhaps to think about going forward to help to make this world, our inner world and outer world, a nicer and calmer place.
Please feel free to send through some
Jokes?
decent jokes as well. Okay. Thank you very
See,
much.
I knew what you were thinking.
Oh, thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you so much, and see you in 2025.
Take care.
See you.
All the best. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.